A big hello to you, my Minecraft friend. Welcome back to the GE-X1. I'm the RadioMan03, and we're playing Minecraft on the Xbox One. Welcome to episode 76. Look at there. No torches anymore on the walkway. Finished it up with a glowstone. I did some glowstone harvesting down at the Nether Hub, up at our mob farm up there, and yeah, got ourselves just a little under a stack of glowstone. Took about 30 minutes to do it. I wound up fixing our looting 2 sword so I could use that and get even more material. I've actually recorded this episode once today. But in order to record an episode, you must actually hit the record button and then check it to make sure the record button was pushed properly. That's what you need to do. So I talked to myself for about 30 minutes. Actually talked to myself for 30 minutes, thinking I was talking to you fine folks. And it wasn't. I was not. Anyways, come on in here and take a look. I have carpeted the place. We put the jack-o'-lanterns in. Huh? Isn't it beautiful? Isn't it beautiful? And in that last record, we worked on this glass here together. This is the design I came up with for the staircase. It just occurred to me that maybe if we put some white glass up like that, it would look really good lining the stairs. And that's exactly what it needed. Just kind of a transparent wall surrounding the staircases. So as you look through the sides, they look really lit up, don't they? I mean, it's really glowing in there. And then you kind of pop yourself up the stairs like so. Boom. This floor is also all carpeted up and taken care of. And the staircases are glassed as well and look very nice. And this takes you, of course, up to the next floor, which will be, I'm thinking, probably the top floor up here. And then I've got the staircases themselves, the top floor at least, kind of organized and slightly designed just so they kind of fit in with the rest of the build right now. And then all those chests and stuff that were down on the bottom floor there, or the pod floor, I brought up here and kind of organized our things. Bricks and things and the wool and stuff goes in here. And then I've got a bunch of miscellaneous and glass and redstone and things like that in here. So I kind of organized that a little bit. Brought the furnaces up, the bed, all that good stuff. And reset our spawn, so our spawn is reset up here. And so just the materials would be put away in a good location. Down here what I did was I trimmed this out with the black wool along the edge and along the bottom also. And then I did stairs right side up and upside down through here just to kind of break up the monotony of flatness. And I think it worked really well. And then I added, of course, the glowstone right down here, and then we get a little extra glowstone light off the top because the upsides downstairs, of course, are there. Something I am seriously considering, and it depends on how much time I have to do it. But we're going to have to harvest a lot more netherrack anyways to make our nether brick. We still have to build that huge tunnel out to the portal that takes us to the stronghold. So there's always that to take into consideration as well. But I thought about maybe doing quartz stairs here as well as on the edge just to continue that black-white theme, very pure black and white like that. I think that would be kind of cool. But anyways, they're both the same. We did that down this side here. And as you can see, we did this area as well. These are done also. So yeah, I like the way those turned out. I think they look really good. And the doors, the recommendation was that we stick with the black glass on the sides. I like that. The suggestion was to also take the black glass out of here and leave clear glass there. And that's what I did. But I used the panes just because now I've got that extra little edge right there that gives just a little more design to the doorway as we go through it. I like that. And then on the outside as well, of course. This area has not been jack-o'-lanterned yet and carpeted, but I am working towards that goal. I should actually be able to get a lot of this done today. I'm planning on working on the GE a little bit more. When Variety gets home, we'll be switching to Elder Scrolls, and I've got my other character that I play when I'm playing with her. The jack-o'-lanterns, I've added quite a few more out there, and when I'm harvesting the pumpkins, I should say, when I'm harvesting the pumpkins, of course I got to wait for them to grow up. So then what I do is I go over and I harvest wool, the black wool off the sheep. I killed off quite a few of the cows that were in the pen. I think I killed 3 or 4. There's one left down there that I want to move down to the nether hub, so we have a milk source down there, and we'll take that cow and build him a little pen down in the nether hub, and that's where he's going to stay. So we do have one cow there, and then I don't know, 20, 25 black sheep, which is great because we get so much black wool in a day's time. A Minecraft day, you can get well over a stack of black wool off those sheep, which is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. But anyways, that's how the floor looks. I think it looks really good. I love it. Clean, crisp, black and white. I love it. Watch this. This is starting to happen today. We got that update. Look at this. All by itself. I'm not doing that. What is that all about? What is that all about? I have no idea. No idea. Chiseled quartz. I've got those installed for the tripwires. And then the glowstone, of course, on the sides. And we put a nice little cap of the quartz slab on top of there. I love the fact that this is the marble design as well as this here. It's a little different. The colors are a little different as well, but they blend real nicely together. Now, the only thing I'm considering is I feel like there needs to be a splash of color in here. And that color would be probably plant life of some sort. I'm thinking about doing maybe a log with a couple of leaf blocks on top, the jungle leaves, so they'd be the big dark green leaves. Not a bright green, but a nice dark green. I'm thinking about that, and then we also have, we could do some kind of a planter, like a block there, block here, a dirt block right here with some kind of a plant on it. But I feel like that would be too small for this wall. It needs something a little bit taller. So I'll probably try out the log with the jungle leaf blocks on there. But that's how this is looking. I also laid the carpet down here to test it to see if it would burn. So far, it's been here for, I'm going to say, about 10 minutes real time. Nothing has caught fire yet, so that's looking pretty good. We might be okay with that. I thought it would catch fire, but so far it's not. My idea is I will do black wool in here and bring it out. And then what we'll do is we'll jack-o'-lantern this and we'll do the white wool on the edge. And I think what we're going to do along the edge of the building here is also change these blocks right here into black wool. And then we'll have a nice trim around here. This rail will sit on the black wool, of course. And then we'll have the white in between here. And we'll probably change these out for black wool as well. Just to give us that continuation of that theme going on here at the GE-X1 outpost. I think that's a good idea. One thing I noticed today while playing is this daylight sensor light is beneath the shadow of the building. So at first, when the moon is first coming up, this comes on and runs just fine. But as soon as the moon gets above the building here, it turns off. That one stays on the whole time, but it's exposed to the moon the entire night, where this one, of course, is shadowed by the building, which is kind of cool if you think about it. So we're going to have to probably take those out and come up with something different there. Skeleton? Oh, there's a skeleton down in the water trough down below us. He's splashing around. Down here, my idea is to add item frames up here. He is standing. He has spawned on the water trough that falls off this side of the building here. We're going to put item frames up here, and so in this one we'll probably put maybe a block of sand and a block of glass to represent that this is the sand quarry pod. Over here we will add 2 item frames, of course, because we have to go with 2s because we're even. We'll do the iron bars, iron ingots, and over here we'll do the 2, and we'll probably do iron picks, kind of pointing at each other up here, so that represents the mine. This door actually represents a lot. This one takes us out to everything, even outside of the GE-X1. So this door is actually extremely important. So maybe the picks aren't the best representation for what this is right here. There it goes again. There it goes again. My guy's just looking up all on his own. Stop it. And this one here will have wood on it because this is going to go out to our future tree farm, which will be out over that direction there will be the tree farm. So this pod's actually going to go out. We talked about this in a previous episode. Out and into that mountainside, and then it's going to cut left and come over to there, and our tree farm will be out in that direction there. But yeah, what is that? Oh, you know what? I need to get those corner lights put in here still. In all of these. This one's not even done. These pods are currently vacant and not being used, ladies and gentlemen. Until we actually utilize the pod, that's when we work on the rest of the pod on the inside and outside. But that is a quick GE-X1 update. I also put this around here down below to give that little structure. We have that same thing going on up here. And I believe I will be running that also from the mine floor up to where it meets the top of the vent tube. I think I'll be running something like this up the entire distance. I like it. It gives the beams a little structure and something around it to show that it's being protected and I guess held up and sending its energy through it. I don't know. It's just my imagination. You know, my imagination. That's what Minecraft's all about. Your imagination. So yeah, I think I've talked about everything. Odyssey, thank you for the ideas. You know, I don't get a lot of suggestions in my videos, but the ones I do I really do enjoy getting those and then implementing them into the builds. A lot of this area here was taken care of like that. You guys said stick with the black and white, and I did that. You talked about the gray rail. We've got that. The doors, the color of the glass and how this is up here, all this stuff. It's great. I mean, it's really great having your participation and having your ideas show on the GE-X1. Also, I did these little pod lights. Let me show you these real fast before I completely say goodbye. It's just a torch back in here, just to add a little light back in that corner because it was a little too dark for me. I thought it was going to be spawning mobs, so those are the kind of the lights I did there. I could possibly later on put a glowstone there with a trapdoor over it, and that would probably look really good as well. So we'll probably do that. Also, the next step on one of the future videos here soon, possibly I will be doing the windows here. We need to get our windows here. What I'm thinking about is we'll walk up and step up onto, this will be the floor of the window basically right here. We'll jump up here and then, not jump up, but step up. And then we'll be able to step out 1 or 2 blocks from the side of the building and be able to see out the window and really get a good look. I think if the window is flush to the wall, it's not going to work quite as well as if we can actually step up and stand on the glass. Sort of like the windows that we have on the side of the water vader. I think that might be the way I go with these. I would like to see them kind of bubble out a little bit on here. I don't know if I'll be able to do that, but I will give it a shot and see. But yeah, we definitely need to get the windows put in here. That's the last piece of the pod floor, is to get the windows installed, unless we decide to change out the ceiling. All right, kind of a quick update, GE-X1 update for you guys. I hope you like the progress. I think it looks really good. I think it looks really good. I appreciate everything. Thank you for your time. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. Have an awesome, fantastic, and superb day. I'm the RadioMan03, and I'll talk to you again next time.